wired that differently?
We really are, and that's some of this new research. There's a fascinating study just published showing that when you look at newborn babies, first day of life, and you put a woman stands on one side of the crib, and on the other side of the crib you have a mobile swinging around, the girl babies all look at the woman. The boy babies all look at the dangling mobile because it's moving. The boys are looking for the movement. The girls are more interested in a human face. That's on the first day of life. These differences are hardwired, and we now understand exactly why that's so.
And you say there's this trend toward gender-neutral playtime and playthings. That's really not good.
The motivations were right. 30 years ago, people felt, we don't want to put kids into pink and blue cubby holes, and we want kids to have broader horizons, so let's treat them all the same. It made a lot of sense, but it hasn't worked. What we now know is, as Janetta Colesman said, in order to be at home everywhere, you got to feel at home somewhere. And the way you want to start with your child is to have your boy comfortable being a boy, and not try and get him to do things that don't come naturally.
So don't necessarily let them play with dolls. I mean, if they want to, it's okay, but don't
want
force
to do. Yeah, the idea that forcing boys to play with dolls or forcing girls to play with erector sets would be of value, we now know is not of value.
You also say there are physical differences. Like, for example, vision. Boys and girls see differently.
Yeah, and this again is brand new research. Nobody even looked at this 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the idea that girls and boys, that the eyes are wired in fundamentally different ways, that didn't really even occur to anyone.
How do girls see differently than boys?
One very simple difference is that in the retina of the girl's eye, you have more of what are called parvocellular ganglion cells, and those are looking for color and texture. In the boys, you have more of what's called magnocellular cells, and those are looking for movement. So as many psychologists have said, girls are interested in nouns, in people. Boys are interested in verbs, like
action.
Somebody attacking somebody or plowing into somebody. And instead of ignoring that and pretending it doesn't exist, use it, because you can use that in the school, in the classroom, and at home.
In fact, we got some examples. We got some boys' drawings here that shows, and
this is this boy. This is a 5-year-old boy who's trying to draw a collision. He's trying to draw a motor vehicle accident. And he doesn't have any people. Again, here this boy is drawing. He's trying to draw something moving. But boys tend to prefer black, gray, silver, and blue.
And then here's the girls' drawing.
Yes, much more colorful. Girls use more colors, red, orange, green, beige, and brown. And they're drawing people with vivid facial expressions. And you need to understand those differences. If you understand those differences, if you don't understand those differences, by first grade, boys will tell you drawings for girls.
Right.
They don't want to draw. But if you understand those differences, you can break down the gender stereotypes and have boys who love to draw and girls who love math.
And boys and girls hear differently, too.
Yeah, so again, this is new research showing that in the newborn nursery, you can demonstrate that girls have a sense of hearing about 7 times more sensitive than the boys do. And that's so important both at home and in the classroom. In the classroom, the teachers need to speak up with the boys.
Does that continue as we get older? I mean, we always hear, our wives and our girlfriends always say to us, you're not listening to me, you don't listen. Is this true?
It gets bigger as we get older.
It gets worse.
By the time you got old people like you and me, the differences are on the order of 20-fold.
Oh, gosh. So well, at least I've got an excuse now. And you are also a proponent, really, of single-sex education. Why?
It makes it easier for the teacher. Now, the strategies that I present in the book, they can be used in a co-ed classroom, and more than half the presentations I've done around the United States and Canada have been for co-ed schools, because teachers in a co-ed school need to know this just as much or more. But it's easier for the teacher, instead of having to have one lesson plan that focuses on the nouns and another lesson plan that focuses on the verbs, you only have to present one lesson plan.
Well, this is really fascinating stuff. It's a fascinating book, Dr. Sanchez.
It's been very exciting.
Thank you so much.